right, court is calling 2025 CR 002041 State versus Edward Rodriguez. Could I have parties announced?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Adam LaHood for the defendant, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Rodriguez? You're charged with manufacturing and delivery of controlled substance penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams as a first-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine, no applications, and this will run concurrent with 2024 CR 2941. Did you understand that to be the plea? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? After reviewing state's exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Judge. We don't need a PSI.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, just that he acknowledges he made a mistake. He's here owning up to it and taking responsibility, Judge.
All right, the court will find you guilty, sentence you to 5 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $2,000 fine, time and money to run concurrent, and this will run concurrent with 2024 CR 2941. All right, we'll move on to 2024 CR 2941. Are you the same Edward Rodriguez who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2024 CR 2941 for the offense of injury to a disabled person with intent bodily injury on May 2nd, 2024 for a period of 6 years? All right, state.
Violation of condition number 1 on or about the 21st day of November 2024 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Edward Adam Rodriguez, committed the offense of possession of a controlled substance in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1? Court would find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. It is to revoke the defendant's community supervision, adjudicate him guilty, and sentence him to 5 years in the prison
That is our understanding, Your Honor.
and run concurrent with
Yes.
the case that we just pled on, Your Honor.
All right, probation, has he done anything on probation? You want to raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record. All right, why were you not successful on probation?
I was actually did my classes, AA and A. I, had my probation officer submit copies. And I also was the day I got arrested for my new charges. I was gonna graduate my parenting class. So, I made the 2 payments. I just got a job 2 months prior to the arrest, and yeah, I did all the classes I had. I was just about to graduate my parenting, and
I guess when probation knocked on your door for a scheduled field visit, that was shocking, wasn't it? See, and you know what? People always wonder why field visits, because you know what? You really don't know if someone's doing well until you get a chance to see them in their home or sit down and have a meal with them. All right, the court is going to follow your agreement. Are you waiving your right to appeal? The court is going to follow your agreement, find you guilty, revoke, sentence you to 5 years in the prison. This is run concurrent with 2025 CR 002041. There's to be no contact with David Rodriguez. And I'll suggest the therapeutic community. All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You need to start asking yourself what you want to do with the rest of your life, because what's going to end up happening is you're going to wake up and find that you spent the majority of your life in somebody's prison or jail. If you don't change, that's what's going to end up happening. If you continue on the path that you're on, people who sell drugs, 1 of 2 things going to end up happening. 1, you may make some money, but at the end of the day, you're not going to know where it went. Or somebody's going to try to rob you to take your drugs and your money. Or somebody's going to be upset with you because you let somebody rob you and take the drugs and they want their money. Do you understand? Do better. Good luck to you. Oh, thank you. God bless you too.
Luck to you. Thank you, Your Honor.
The court is calling 2025 CR 003154, which is the trial court cause number, and 2025 CI 11673, which is the civil request for the occupational driver's license. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Jason Garahan for the state, Your Honor.
Arlene Kay from Miss Davis.
And are you Ms. Davis? All right, so there's a request for an occupational license, and you may proceed.
Your Honor, my client filed this pro se, and I found out that I was appointed to assist her today. So I have gone over the document. We talked about it. She does have the interlock device on her vehicle. This is an essential need. She is starting a job on the 26th of this month. She is living in the SOBA facility, rehabilitation facility.
Mhm.
They do allow vehicles. And, you know, besides the interlock device, she is tested for drugs and alcohol routinely while she is there. She wants to start her job. Also, she will need to drive to get to not only in the future doctor's appointments, but also appointments related to her probation. And then we have the household going to HEB, getting gas, things like that, that she's asking to go to. I believe that the statute allows to drive up to 12 hours a day. I think she put from 6 to 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. now.
Well, what I can tell you all, and let's go off the record. Okay, this is what I need that's not in this document. I don't have any proof that she has insurance. So if we can have that in the document.
She has her SR 22 with her.
So if you want to make copies of that,
Okay.
or is that your copy?
Yeah.
I will have my interlock, my driver's record.
That's what all needs to be here. So,
All these are copies, so
Okay.
and my treatment, presence of treatment letter and my.
all right, State, have you had a chance to review those?
I believe my co-counsel has,
Okay.
and we have no objection, Your Honor.
All right, so that's what I would need. And also there is a section in here that they want you to check off the time that she would need to be driving. So if y'all could go through that document or make a copy of the document, because technically it's filed. And if you all can make a copy of the document and put in what you need to put in.
Okay. And Your Honor, do you want these attached to
Yes.
it? So I can get it and just put first amended
Yes,
and attach proof and then,
so I'll need the proof of ignition interlock, the proof of insurance. And she needs to put in what time she's asking to be allowed to drive.
I'll talk to her about that because 6 to 6 sometimes jobs
Okay.
may be a little
All
difficult.
right, so once you all do that, you can come back.
Okay, great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Your Honor.
Yes,
She did not include it in order.
she does not do what?
Include an order because the form didn't have an order. And she didn't know what an order is.
Okay.
So whatever we do today, I'm gonna have to go back to my office. to
Well,
type
I
up
tell
an
you what,
order.
if you'll type it up, but I am going to be gone next week at a CLE that I have to speak at, but I'll be here tomorrow.
Yeah, I can type it up and bring it tomorrow.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, just bring it and I'll take care of it. Thank you, and continue with the good work, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank
All right, all right. The court is calling 2025 CR 003736 and 2025 CR 003886 State versus Omar Herrera. Can I have parties announced?
Albert Chidas for Mr. Herrera.
And are you Mr. Herrera?
See,
Yes, yes.
In each cause number, you're charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle. That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. According to the plea bargaining agreement, your punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. The state is recommending community supervision. The cause numbers were run concurrently, and there's to be restitution, if any, to the complainants in each cause number. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes,
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 3 years. Did you understand that was a recommendation from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
yes,
Then in cause number 2025 CR 0033736, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
And cause number 2025 CR 0038886, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
All right, after reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and each cause number, the court will find there was sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty in each cause number. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Nothing other than he's ready to start probation and he hopes to complete it as quickly as possible.
All right, do you have any children?
Two.
Yes.
What are their ages?
8, 5 y 4.
8, 5, and 4.
I knew those numbers. All right, do they stay with you?
Sí, hablo con ellos, pero no están conmigo.
Well, I talked to them, but they are not with me at the time.
All right, do you buy,
They're with their mother.
all right, do you buy them gifts?
Yes.
All right, are they boys or girls?
2 boys and a girl.
Okay. Now with your boys and your girl, I'm gonna say the girl. When she's old enough to start driving, are you gonna get her a car?
Yes.
All right. So let's say she gets old enough, you get her a vehicle, right? She's gonna be excited about it. You're probably gonna put a bow on it. Who knows? Maybe it'd be for her 16th birthday, right? What type of car would you get her?
A nice one that she would like.
All right. And I'm sure as a dad, you'll be proud that you got that for your daughter and that she's riding around in it, right?
Yes, of course.
And I'm sure your daughter is going to be a great daughter, so she's probably going to have a job or something too, right?
Yes.
But
We-
still going to be in school and graduate, right?
Yes, of course.
So let's say that she has a job and it's a nice job and she's working while she's still in school, getting great grades. And she goes to her job and they have her working in the back, right? She parks her car in the front. And let's say it's during the summertime, and usually teenagers, they have them working late in the summertime. And let's say she gets off of work at 10 p.m. and it's dark outside, right? And she comes out and her car is not there. And she's calling her dad. She's like, I know I parked it here, but it's not here. And she calls you and you come because you're still thinking maybe she parked it in the wrong place, right? And you find out that no, her car is gone. Somebody took her car. And then let's say you call the police and you discover her car and the steering column is damaged. Somebody maybe has been smoking marijuana in the vehicle, so you know it'd never be the same, right?
Yes.
So how would you feel about the person who did that to your baby girl?
Upset.
Bien.
Very upset.
That's what you've been doing to somebody else. They come out, their vehicle is gone, and that's what you've been doing.
Well, it's not, I didn't do exactly that. It's not like I took it from the person. I was driving though, and I was aware that it was not. But it's not like I went and I stole it and took it and opened it. It was not like that.
Let me ask you this. Let's assume this person steals your daughter's car and they're before a judge and they're like, no, it's not like I stole the car or anything, but I was driving it. And then guess what ends up happening? They have another car that they're accused of stealing. What would you say to them? If you're in the audience, what would you say to them? And you're just listening.
Well, that it's bad, that they did something wrong and what they're doing is not right.
And see, the reason why I asked you that is because what are the chances in somebody's lifetime that they drive 2 different stolen cars, saying they didn't know they were stolen?
Well, how do I say this? I don't know. It was a mistake.
No, I'm sorry, go, I'm sorry.
I don't know if it was a mistake. I'm trying to change so I don't commit the same mistakes again.
All right, these are not mistakes, these are choices. Because who is Angel Torres Casas?
I don't know him.
They say he was in the car with you. Maybe I'm mispronouncing his last name. It's Quezas.
I don't recall that name.
All right, and then who is Vivian Ortega?
Vivian.
Viviendo Ortega, Viviendo Ortega. Ella se me hace que viene siendo una hermana de una amiga mía, me parece. De una amiga mía.
She's friend of a friend of mine, I think.
Vivian, right? Vivian.
Vivian?
Yes.
Parece que es, parece que es.
I think so.
And who is Christy Jimenez?
I don't know her.
I'm sorry, Christy Jimenez Friday.
No,
All right. And who is Regina Ortega?
She's the friend that I have in common with the first one you asked about.
Okay. And are you employed?
Right now, I'm just starting. I have to pay for the bond and also probation.
All right.
We're paying.
This is what the court is going to do. And cause number 2025 CR 0033736. As previously stated, the court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 3 years, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. This is the run concurrent with 2025 CR 003886. Restitution, if any, to George Torres. There's to be no contact with Vivian Ortega, Christy, Kristie Jimenez with a J, Friday, Regina Ortega. There's going to be 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once he completes that, the parenting classes will be deemed satisfied. Field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. And that cause number 2025 CR 003886. The court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 3 years. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. This will run concurrent with 2025 CR 003736. Restitution, if any, to Jared, JARRED, Elias McGarity. There's to be no contact with Angel Torres. The last name is QUEZAS. There's to be 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order the theft course. Once he completes the theft course, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied and field visits 1 time for 3 months. Probation. All right, we can go off the record. You're going to have to make better choices. What you did, those were not mistakes. Those were horrible choices. You're a grown man. You're an adult. You're supposed to be setting an example for your children. You understand?
sí,
All right.
Yes.
Everyone wants you to be successful on this probation. If I didn't think you could complete it, I would tell them I would not follow this agreement. So if there are any issues, let your probation officer know about it. If you feel they're not addressing it and I'm here, you can still come back here, okay? Espen, you're welcome.
Thank you,
Thank
Judge.
you. All right. The court is calling 2024 CR 2339D State versus Matthew Rendone. Can I have parties announce?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Victoria Cruz on behalf of Raymond Martinez for the defense.
All right, and are you Mr. Matthew Rendone?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you have any objections to this attorney standing in?
No, ma'am.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Your Honor, we move to proceed on count 1 and waive and abandon count 2.
No objection from defense.
You're charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That's a 2nd-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes,
According to the plea, there's a $2,000 fine. If the court finds that a deadly weapon was used, there's going to be an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. The state recommends deferred adjudication, and there's restitution, if any, to Oscar Del Fierro. Fierro?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
All right. Did you understand that to be the plea?
yes, ma'am.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 5 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 200 hours of community service restitution, no contact with Oscar Del Fierro, Anthony Cochran, Richard Campos, and the hostility management course. Then to the offenses charged, how do you plea to count 1? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. Court has reviewed the same. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, please.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right. Are you currently employed?
Yes,
What do you do?
my family has businesses. I do stocks on the side.
You say
Mostly-
stocks?
Yeah, like stock market. I'm an investor.
Oh, okay.
I do a lot of entrepreneurship. I guess
Okay.
that category of the word.
How's stock investment going?
I don't like to get political with it all.
No, no,
It
no.
affects it, but it's good. I make good percentages yearly. Good. money.
No, I asked that. I have friends who do the stock market and they're always coming to me and I'm like, don't get married to the stock. Don't marry it.
It's a lot of discipline.
Oh, it is. All right. Do you have any children?
Yes, ma'am.
And what are their ages?
I have a 4-year-old son and a 3-year-old daughter.
Okay. All right, this is what the court will do. The court is going to sentence you to 5 years deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UA, $2,000 fine probated. There's to be restitution, if any, to Oscar Del Furio State. When do y'all want the restitution hearing set? All right, can I have 30 days for a restitution setting, please?
Yes.
Sure. And it may be a restitution amount that they agree on, but I've learned that when you don't set a restitution hearing, it just floats out there.
Yes.
And so I want you to be able to know what the amount is.
Judge, if you give me just a second, I'm looking up another word for Megan.
Okay,
I'm just trying to get it typed up.
no problem. All right, while they're doing that, I'll continue. So there's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, the community service will be deemed satisfied. People always wonder, why do you order parenting classes? And the reason why I do it is because when people are making these choices, they need to think about their children as well. What would happen if I go to prison? And they're not really thinking about that. They're in the heat of the moment. And let me do this. There's going to be parenting classes, 100 hours deducted for the parenting classes. And then I'm going to order the hostility management course that was recommended. And then once you complete that, the remaining 100 hours will be deemed satisfied.
Thank you, Your Honor.
There's to be no contact with Oscar Del Furio, Anthony Cochran, and Richard Campos. And there is to be proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Field visits 1 time per month for 5 months. All right, we can go off the record. Do we have a date?
July 24th.
All right, so what's going to happen on July 24th? We'll be back here, and that's for us to get an amount of restitution that is owed, and your attorney will have a chance to either object to that amount or agree to that amount. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So let me explain something to you. When people bring out guns, guess what? If you end up firing it and it ends up hitting someone, there's no turning back from that. You understand? So you're going to have to start thinking and putting your children at the forefront of your thoughts in everything you do, because everything that you do ultimately ends up impacting them. If you go to jail, even if you're in jail for 30 days, getting a bond, it's where's daddy. If you end up going to prison, it's where's daddy. And then that snowballs other thing, because sometimes you have women who will wait for you after you get out of prison. Sometimes they don't. And you know what that means? That means that somebody else that you don't know is raising your child.
Yes.
All right, if you need anything, let probation know. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court, okay? All right, good luck to you.
May we be excused, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Pardo, Daniel Rodriguez Luna. All right, your case is going to have to be recalled tomorrow. Your attorney is actually in federal court and they just gave us notice of that now. Come forward. I'm sorry. No, go back. I'm sorry. The deputies are in charge of security. All right. I'm sorry, Deputy Laura, forgive me.
Can't save you.
You're trying to save me. I'm going to be in a Lifetime movie with a law named after me.
Hey, Mom.
Hi. Yes.
I was just wondering if getting you attorney. I've been having,
Who's your attorney?
Robert Fogg is judge and he'll hear tomorrow for the
Gilbert.
first trial.
Gilbert Campos.
Gilbert,
Oh,
this is what we're going to do. Your attorney has said that he will be here tomorrow. So you be here tomorrow
okay.
and we're going to build that bridge when we get to it. Okay.
Because I'm just showing he hasn't shown up or taken any of my calls. I called him, left messages. So there's probably
Okay.
a
So,
voicemail.
all right. So here's the thing. I really don't like for people to talk about people when they're not here, right? Because just wait for tomorrow. I have it on the sheet that he knows to be here tomorrow. And we're gonna have you here tomorrow at 9 a.m. Of course, if we have another one of these historic storms, I will give people leeway because I want people to arrive here safely. So we'll have you come back here tomorrow, you sign the reset form, and we're gonna let you two meet and talk, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Just one other.
Yes.
If I can get like a note that's saying that I have to be here tomorrow.
Oh, she's gonna give you a reset form and it's gonna show that
That it's
you're
not about
talking.
following again.
Tell them you,
Yeah, I have a good reason, you know.
tell them you have here, you're not
That's the
trying.
policy. I need a letter from Apple.
No, that, let me just tell you, you have the reset form, it will show the 187th on it and everything.
Okay, thank you so much.
And you can always call the court and the court is gonna say he's scheduled to be here tomorrow at 9.
Okay, that's all I. Thanks so
Thank
much.
you so much. Who is here? Marcus Butler. All right, counsel. What's happening with Mr. Butler?
Yes, please. The state has given me all the discovery in this case, Judge. I have an appointment with him this Friday to go over everything.
Okay. All right, how old are you, Mr. Butler?
I am 46 years old.
All right, I'm gonna set his plea deadline date for July 22nd. Let me give you a reset form. Once you sign it, bring it back to the court.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Court is calling 2025 CR 0033338 State versus Carlos Saldana. Can I have parties announced for the record, State?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Roberto Vargas for a defendant. Just to refer,
Just 1 second. Are you Mr. Saldana?
yes,
There's something you want to say, counsel?
yes, Judge, just to refresh the court's memory, at the last setting, they had made a reasonable, very reasonable plea offer, but we didn't have a Padilla letter, so we reset it for a Padilla letter. Having done the Padilla letter, you cannot go forward with the plea offer and just for jury trial.
All right, so he'll go to a jury trial. So I'll see you back here this afternoon.
Judge, not prepared today. Today was not set for plea, it wasn't set for trial.
No, this was set, and then you were in trial somewhere else. And then it was reset, I mean, it was set in May. And then you were in trial somewhere else. Then it was set yesterday and you were in federal court and now we're here. It's a possession less than a gram case. So we'll see you at trial this afternoon.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And counsel, he can do a jury trial or bench trial, whichever you prefer. Or he prefers, I should say.
Your Honor, may I beg to?
Yes, thank you.
She told you don't stand here and eyeball her.
Yeah, don't know about me.
I never made
Because
eye
people
contact.
do that and they just stand there staring. And I'm like, I haven't had the file. And then some people will sit and they don't tell anybody that they're ready. So they'll just sit there and then what's going on? And then they're like, Judge, I've been waiting. I'm like, did you tell anybody you were ready? I didn't have that. All right. I only have one sheet on this case.
Oh, Judge,
What is happening?
we were here on May 22nd. We sent him to see if he was going to be accepted in 379 on the mental health docket. We have not heard back from them yet.
All right, and that's the 379?
It is.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, you call 379 to see what's the update on Mr. Mamiya?
Yes.
Because I will tell you, to get accepted in mental health, then we would have to. Yes,
That's what
yes.
that was the whole.
And I know we're close to being outside the window to do that, but How you doing this morning?
Hmm.
How are you doing this morning?
Very good.
Oh, that's good. So I know it's been taking a while, but we're trying to make sure that we get you where you need to be so that you can be successful.
I'll look at it.
All right, council, while they're getting that, do you mind moving to the side? All right. All right, they're saying that it'll be done by this week. There were some issues. So, council, I can recall this back the week of June 23rd. All right, what date in June the week of June 23rd? All right, Monday? Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Where's Miss? Hello. All right, his plea deadline date is not till June 23rd. I said his plea deadline date is not until June 23rd.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, that's what I have on the docket sheet. So you are here requesting a bond reduction?
Yes, Your Honor. He has three cases.
Mhm.
The aggravated robbery allegation is $50,000 currently. And on the unauthorized use of the vehicle and the controlled substance case, they're both remain without bond.
Oh,
We're respectfully requesting you set bonds on those two cases.
so it's the unauthorized use of a vehicle in the possession case. There's no bond?
That's correct, Your Honor. Do you need the cost numbers?
Oh, no, I have your motions.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, have you all been able to confer on a bond amount or no?
We have, Judge.
Is there agreed bond amount or no?
Thousand, PG one was 3,000. I don't know if that's an agreement, that's the statement recommendation.
All right, so unauthorized use, I'm sorry, you're requesting how much?
1,000,
And on the possession less than a gram?
3,000.
So are you in agreement with that, counsel?
We are, Judge.
All right, we're gonna go on the record. Court is calling 2025 CR 001-601 and 2024 CR 009-596 State versus Clinton Dixon. Can I have parties announce?
Andrew Harris, saving.
Robert Featherston representing Mr. Dixon.
And are you Mr. Dixon?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, we are here on two cases where counsel, you're requesting bond, and then on the 2024 CR 012476, are you requesting a bond reduction on that or no?
We are, Your Honor, and that's not agreed to.
All right. So let's start with what's not agreed to.
All right, Your Honor.
All right, in 2024 CR 012476, counsel, would you like to present evidence for your motion?
Your Honor, I would proffer to the court that Mr. Dixon is indigent. He is also homeless, has no funds whatsoever to post a bond. And currently a $50,000 bond in his circumstances is an instrument of oppression as outlined in our Texas Constitution under current law, which may change in September. But under current law, it's an instrument of oppression. And we respectfully request a reduction of his bond in light of that fact.
And what is the current bond? $50,000.
$50,000, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Whether Mr. Dixon is indigent or not remains to be established since he is not actually providing any evidence. I take Mr. Featherston's statements as true on their face, but they do not in and of themselves constitute evidence. For the court to make a decision on this issue, the court should have some evidence on which to make its choice.
All right, he's saying he was making a proffer. Do you object to his proffer?
No, no.
All right.
He
So
did-
there's no objection to your proffer. So you're saying your client is indigent?
That's correct, Your Honor. Also, I'm court appointed to Mr. Dixon because of his indigent status as established by the court.
All right. Then with regards to a bond amount, is there any evidence, any other evidence you wish the court to consider, state?
No.
All right, Mr. Dixon, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Clinton Dixon.
All right, and if you were released on bond, do you have a place to stay? Where would you be staying? Where would you be living?
I go like to my grandma's house or something.
Well, here's the thing. You say go back to your grandmother's house or something. Have you asked your grandmother if you can stay with her?
I have a key to a house.
No, that's not my question.
Yes, ma'am.
I have the keys to plenty of relatives' house. That doesn't mean that I could stay there. I mean, I'm sure they'd have no problem, but no, my question is, did you ask her whether or not you could stay with her?
I can stay there anytime.
No, my question is, did you ask her? That's
No,
either
ma'am.
yes or no.
No, ma'am.
All right. So if for some reason you're not allowed to live with your grandmother, do you have any other place to live?
No, ma'am.
All right. Now, at your grandmother's house, who all lives there
Just
other
my-
than your grandmother?
Just my grandmother.
And have you ever in the past been diagnosed with any mental health issues?
Yes, ma'am.
And what would that be?
Schizophrenic, bipolar, ADHD.
All right. And in the past, have you ever used any type of controlled substances, any type of drugs?
Yes, ma'am.
And what would that be?
Marijuana, ecstasy, crystal meth.
All right. Any other questions?
No, Your Honor, the mental health issue is very active.
All right. And the court will note for the record and take judicial notice of the fact that Mr. Featherston is court appointed. And in order to receive court appointments or for a defendant to be appointed counsel, they have to meet financial requirements. And how long have you been in custody, Mr. Dixon?
Like 9 months.
9 months. Do you have any bank accounts with any type of savings?
No, ma'am.
All right. Do you have any funds whatsoever?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any money on your commissary account?
Not the money.
All right. All right. So defense, what are you asking for bond?
Your Honor, we respectfully request a bond of about $10,000.
All right. So I can tell you the $10,000 is not going to happen, but state, what are you requesting?
1,000.
All right. The court will grant your bond reduction. The court will set it at $35,000. There's going to be a GPS partial for medical appointments. Waive DPS fees. There's going to be a referral to Center for Healthcare Services. Regular UAs, waive fees. And intensive outpatient treatment. For substance abuse. Waive fees. All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you can make sure he has his reset form for his upcoming
23.
discovery.
Yes.
All right, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Who is here on Claude Carney? Yes, we were here for a contested, but what's going on?
We are going to be withdrawing now and we will agree to alternate amend conditions for state ISF cognitive program, MRT class, and ISP supervision for 12 months.
Oh,
Correct.
all right, so here's the court's questions. And we're not on the record. Mr. Carney, what is your underlying issues? Or can somebody tell me?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I was ashamed to come back in your courtroom because you gave me a chance. And with my family, I stay up at my deceased brother's house, and honestly, my family feuding over the insurance policy money and the house, and I got caught in between in the middle. Now, if
Oh, that always happens. Nobody has a will. I always tell people, get a will. As
Yes, ma'am.
someone who doesn't have one, but that's what I say.
recently we all just moved from New Orleans to here, and it was by coincidence he caught a heart attack in his house, and when you let me back, I thought I was going to a safe place, and I wasn't, and I got caught in the middle. Now I'm not
So
gonna.
what's your plan?
My plan is, honestly, 3 years ago, I was in an accident. I was inside of an Uber coming from, I had two jobs. I was inside of Uber and got hit by an 18-wheeler. I was about to pay my probation off. I was gonna pay you guys off and try to go back home because I have two properties out there I have to take care of.
And where is home?
Port-fect, Louisiana, and New Orleans. That's where my dad's side of the family from Baton Rouge. My mom from New Orleans, but I have property out there. I just want to just stop giving y'all state trouble and just do the right thing.
But I understand what you're saying and I'm hearing the words, but I still haven't heard what's your plan.
My plan is, after I win my lawsuit, because I called the guy, I was inside of an Uber, it's over $1 million.
Okay, let's do this. Let's assume,
I was gonna pay the whole 7,300.
no. Let's do this. Let's pretend. Now, I'm hopeful that you will win your lawsuit. But if you don't win your lawsuit, what is your plan? I'm trying to figure out what's your plan here today, because today you don't have money from a lawsuit. So what is your plan? Because if you don't have a plan, you're going to end up back here on a motion to revoke, looking at life in prison. So what's your plan?
My plan is to get back out there, to find a job or two. It's just for my sanity, just work and stay out.
Well, where are you going to be staying? Do you have a place to live?
Yes, ma'am.
And is that at the same place where all of this was happening?
No, ma'am, not at the moment, because the house is up for auction. There's no one really paying the bills.
Oh, that's what ends up happening when you have no will. Everybody thinks they're going to come in a lot of money when somebody passes. And then all of the relatives who never spent time with the person before they pass, and I call them out of town, the out of towners. The out of towners always come in and everybody wants a piece of the property. And then everybody stays at the house and nobody wants to pay taxes on it. Nobody wants to pay utilities. They're just living there. And then the next thing you know, wealth has just left the family because people can't be responsible.
You ain't lying, Mr.
So my question again is, let me do it this way. Do you have a place to stay if you're released today?
Yes, ma'am.
And who would you be staying with?
My sister, Felicia Carney.
And has she said you can stay with her?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And what are we going to do about employment?
My last month in March and April, I found employment with a family-owned seafood truck with my brother-in-law. His name is Leon Rowe, and his number is.
Oh, I don't need his number. I just need to know. I'm trying to make sure that you have plans, because people are always happy to be continued on probation and then they have no plans and then we come back here. So I'm giving you a choice today, right? Here are your two choices. One, the state is saying they want me to sign this motion to withdraw. I will sign it. Or if you want to just do your time, I will revoke you and I will sentence you to 5 years. All right. So you want the motion to withdraw?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Miss Abrams, on this case, he's going to give you the address of where he'll be living, and that's where you're going to be living.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're going to give it to probation. Probation, is there anything else he needs? All right, do you believe he needs any type of treatment?
He's already completed dual diagnosis residential facility judge.
All right, so we have mental health going on here as well.
He was on the mental health caseload. He finished that. He finished an outpatient program. So, I mean, he finished his anger management. I would say the MRT, and let's keep him on the mental health caseload and the ISP supervision at the very least.
All right, so what I'll do is then the MRT, a referral to Center for Healthcare Services, because I don't want him, if he's supposed to be on medications, I don't want him not on his medications when he leaves the jail. The mid caseload and ISP. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? And do you want your case to see if your case can be transferred back to Louisiana?
Yes, ma'am, that'd be nice.
All right, what parishes? Well, you have to pick a parish. You can't say, well, I have property in New Orleans and then I have property in Baton Rouge.
If you give me some time to figure out who I can call down there,
Okay.
and that would be nice, Judge. I appreciate it.
All right, so what we'll do is, because they can't transfer you unless you have a place to stay, he's gonna give you information about what parish in Louisiana. Once that's done, I'll sign the motion for transfer.
Okay, one of them for sure is Zachary, Louisiana.
I'm sorry?
Zachary.
All right, in which part of Louisiana?
That's like a city behind Baton Rouge.
Okay. All right, so just make sure that probation knows specifically which parish you want to transfer to. And you do not want to set yourself up for failure by just naming a parish. So let them know.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All righty.
Thank you, Ms. Boyd.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Yo, you back again, courtroom regular, a fixture. Your rap sheet's long, dog, it's a full scripture. Case is dismissed, man, you got a Houdini twist. Judge knows your face better than a grocery list. Courtroom VIP, you stay in the mix. Your life's a rerun, same channel, same flicks. Hustling through the system, call it your catwalk. Every charge you beat, another case to unlock. District attorney rolling out resources like it's the red carpet. You walking in, smirking, owning the docket. Public defenders got your name tattooed in their brain. Prosecutors throwing shade, they tired of the game. You got a frequent flag card, crime pays in miles. Every trial a runway, rocking smirks and style. Security guards greet you like you're their old friend. Every sentence they throw, you dodge, it's a trend. Courtroom VIP, you stay in the mix. Your life's a rerun, same channel, same flicks. Hustling through the system, call it your catwalk. Every charge you beat, another case to unlock.
Every charge you beat, another case to unlock.
You the Houdini of handcuffs, escape artist supreme. Got the judge sign, shaking her head in a dream. They scribble your name on warrants like it's calligraphy, but you out here turning trials into your biography.
Joe in the office, throwing cases in the trash. Justice on a seesaw, slipping real fast. Predators roaming, the system's a joke. County funds burning, puffing legal smoke. Let 'em go, Joe, the DA on a roll. Waiving crime penalties, digging a hole. Probation for the worst, they back on the street. Spending county cash, the cycle repeats. Courthouse a circus, the clowns take the stand. Justice with a blindfold, slipping from her hand. X-marked offenders, no cuffs on their wrist. Joe's got the script, a criminal twist. Who's defending who, the people or the foe? Joe's the maestro, a courtroom show. Law books collecting dust, trust is low. Waving through the chaos The DA on a roll, waiving crime penalties, digging a hole. Probation for the worst, they back on the street, spending county cash, the cycle repeats.
We're talking systems and cycles. Money moves with no title. Tax funds roll through invisible gates. Non-profits flashing $1 million plates. Agencies sending cash with no receipts. Charities flipping it, playing the streets. Boardroom ballads where elites get paid. Friends on payroll, sweetheart parades. Barely a drip goes to social relief while the rest feeds power underneath. It's a game behind the name. Money mask, but the rules the same. From the courtroom to campaign crown. Stack the deck, then break it down. Yeah, stack the deck, then break it down. Defense crews train like legal assassins, outgunning new grads in high-stakes clashes. Judges backed by the bar they face. Elections till while they hide their trace. Funds wash up in political streams, fueling causes behind the scenes. Whispers echo from bench to bench till the courts rebuilt with a different bench. It's a game behind the name. Money mask, but the rules the same. From the courtroom to campaign crown. Stack the deck, then break it down. Yeah, stack the deck, then break it down. Checks and balances turn to chess. Public trust left in a deeper mess. A tale of justice tilted and bent. When silence is bought and truth gets spent. But we see through the smoke and spin. Voices rise where the cracks begin. Not just rhymes, it's a call to see what lies beneath fake charity. Hidden trails where the billions roam. Tax cash slid through a non-profit zone. Friends get paid while the truth stays veiled. DAs appointed, justice derailed. Crooks in the courts, backroom plays. Training sharks while the rookies stray. Funds wash up where the politics lie. Feeding the machine while the people ask why. It's a game behind the name. Money mask, but the rules the same. From the courtroom to campaign crown. Stack the deck, then break it down. Yeah, stack the deck, then break it down. Round and round, yeah, the cycle stays tight. Power and shadows out of public sight. Voices rise, but the silence is loud. Climbing the court till it topples the crowd. Cycle spins, but the beat don't lie. Truth got bars and the stakes stay high. You ready to flip the script or comply? Cause some play judge while the people just try.
Hey yo, this thing King. Tell me get you yourself where you ought to be like. This is no procrastinating nether. I pronounce you come back to bleed. And I notice thee. But represent your folk and mash about me. A weak thing is born to. I knew when I'm a can second. And this way I will play the mates. District Attorney Joe Gonzalez. Well, he's in bed with George Soros, making sweet love while victims suffer. He doesn't care about you, you have nothing to offer. That eggplant must be small as fuck because he sure acts like a schmuck. It's giving small dick energies when they keep waiving penalties while the rich get richer and crime goes up. Less cases are prosecuted and I have had enough. More money for those services that they offer that only help get funding to fill their coffers.
Why should we all have to pay for your crimes when you won't even do significant time? All you do is act tough. I'm over it, I've had enough. Your life is a waste and it's such a shame. You only have one life to live and yours is all a game. When all we do is give and give to you. And what the fuck is that? Another face tattoo? What an idiot, what a stupid crime. It just burns my grits that you will do no time. Your haircut looks so dumb, but it will sure make your cellmate You only have one life to live, and yours is all a game. When all we do is give and give to you, and what the fuck is that? Another face tattoo? What an idiot! What a stupid crime! It just burns my grits that you will do no time. That Edgar haircut looks so dumb, but it will sure make your cellmate You may not care, but I thought that you should know they are dismissing cases and letting criminals go. I don't know about you, but I am fed up. Letting sex predators loose makes you a sick pup. If you seek justice, look elsewhere today. Bexar County, they've lost their way. Prosecutors wave charges away, letting criminals come back to play. Each part blames the others, no one's held right.